Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today is a video that is it's a video that hits close to home for me, and it's the reason why I've been away for a little while. So a few months ago, I broke up with my girlfriend, and I haven't really been the same since she left. It was a very, uh, I guess, complicated relationship. Even after we broke up, we still were in touch, and we debated heavily back and forth between getting back together and not getting back together. And she played a big part in doing a lot of things. Even after we broke up, well, it was her that broke up with me, but I still had a lot of feelings for her, and I wasn't ready. I was very heartbroken when she left, and honestly, it's something that still sticks with me. Like, I don't think I would be the same after her, but I mean, at some point, you gotta move on, or at least that's what everybody says. But honestly, for me, I haven't, and I think for a multitude of reasons, there's a whole lot to it. I don't know how to say it, but and I'm sorry in advance if I'm gonna go on like a long yap session, but this is honestly just how I feel after being heartbroken. But back in May, on May 11th, on Mother's Day, she broke up with me at around 12:30 to 1 o'clock. And ever since then, it's just been downhill for me. I mean, I've learned to grow and heal, but it's something that still hurts, honestly. Especially because I thought that she was the one and all that stuff. But, I mean, it honestly is something that hurt. Like, I mean, no heartbreak is fun. I mean, I guess it depends on the scenario. If it's a case like domestic abuse, then yeah, I mean, obviously that's like domestic abuse is not good. But in our case, that she was just growing sick of me. But I honestly still loved her a lot. This wasn't an abusive relationship or anything like that. She just grew tired of me. But she also cheated, she lied, she manipulated. She was very she used me because she knew that I still loved her, and she used me to her advantage to gain stuff out of me. And looking back at it now, I was kind of stupid for falling for it, but I was heartbroken and I would do anything to get back with her. And honestly, I know this is gonna sound crazy, but if I had the chance to get back with her, I probably would. And that's just because I never had a woman like her in my life. Like, before she turned crazy and did the things that she did, me and her were genuinely good. Like, we were very close and very loving. But ever since then, it just kind of spiraled out of control. And I'm not gonna talk too much about it because it's a long story, and I don't want me to just yap about my past because I don't want to talk about that. But I want to talk about being heartbroken because heartbroken is something that eventually everyone is going to experience. And if it's something that I can share with you guys to at least help one person, then I've accomplished my goal because I've been there and I know what it's like. And I'm sure someone out there is being heartbroken. Maybe they broke up with their girlfriend just like an hour ago and they really need someone to talk to or hear about. And this is honestly my experience and what I would do or what I did. But honestly, after being heartbroken, I never really had anybody. I lost relationships and friendships, and I didn't have a good relationship with my family or anybody else after we broke up. So I was kind of left alone. Like, my best friend, I haven't spoken with in a month or anything like that. So I was very lonely, and I still am. Like, I don't have many people in my life. I don't have a good relationship with my family, my siblings. I don't have many friends. Maybe two or three friends, but other than that, it's really not much. But I was very lonely, and honestly, most people would take that time to focus on themselves. If I'm being honest, I just wasn't ready to move on. I was so heartbroken by her that I didn't focus on myself. I didn't want to reconnect with anybody. I just literally just kind of just drowned in my sorrows. Like, I was so heartbroken. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I was just so sad. And I still am, but I've learned to grow with it. And for me, it was purely just time. Like, I never went to therapy. I was very suicidal, and I did honestly contact the 988 suicide hotline. Um, but that's just what happened to me. And there's more to it, but I'm gonna save this for another time. But something that really just helped me was trying to reconnect with anybody. And there was one person. I'm not gonna name him because I want to keep his name private, but he was always there for me, and he always is. Like, he's still there. Is like he's here for me. Like, he's my second best friend ever. But other than that, if I didn't have him, I would honestly be in such a horrible place. And my advice is, if you are heartbroken and if you really are in a horrible position in life, try to reach out or keep yourself busy, because that's honestly something that did help me, was keeping busy. And I know that's going to sound crazy, but for me, keeping busy even when I was heartbroken, it actually helped. And the reason for that was because it kept my mind off of it. Like, for me, it was working, like doing my job. Like, I do security at a restaurant, and doing my job actually, it took some time, but it did actually help eventually. And that was because of the fact that I was busy. I was always on my feet. I was always on the floor, and I was always doing my job there. And being busy did keep my mind off of it, and it did keep me um up on my feet, and I wasn't sitting around in my room crying or anything like that. Like, I was actually doing something. I was being physical, and I didn't realize it then, but after time has passed, I can look back at it now and be like, yeah, that actually helped. So being physical, like, did help me. And I'm sure a lot of you, or maybe some of you, go to the gym, work out, and honestly, I do the same. But if I am being 100% honest, I did slowly stop going after, I did stop going to the gym for a short period of time because of her. It wasn't short. I stopped for like a few months. I lost a lot of gains, but it's something that I'm working back on now. Like I said, I was just so heartbroken, and I lost a lot of motivation for all that stuff. But time has passed now, and I can look back on it and be like, yeah, I was just stupid. But being heartbroken really isn't easy. It's a hard feeling, and a lot of people don't know how to deal with it, because people are like, oh, it's just another heartbreak, or you lost this person, or whatever. It really does hit hard, especially if you're the person going through it, because being heartbroken is like losing a part of you. It's like losing someone you loved, or in this case, I'm going off of love, because love is something that we all desire. Like, it's just something that every human naturally wants, is to be loved, whether if it's by ourselves, by someone else, or just in any form. Love is just something that we desire naturally, and that's what I mean when I say heartbroken. But going back to what I was saying, being busy and reconnecting with that old friend did significantly help me, and to this day, it still has. Like, you won't believe just how much it has helped me. And maybe that won't work for you, but I would like to think, like, I want you to think about yourself. Like, if you're heartbroken and maybe you don't have a job, because I did, and well, I still do, but point is that, like, working and connecting with that one friend helped me. And for you, maybe you don't have a job, or maybe you don't have any friends that you can talk to. What I want you to think about this is that even if you're heartbroken, look at how others might see you. Like, they might look down at you, or they might try to help you. Some might make fun of you. Some might insult you. The world can be a cruel place, but it can also be a helping place. Look at other people's experiences of being heartbroken. Like, some people do take it to the extreme where they do commit suicide, and that's a very unfortunate um, case scenario where the person does eventually commit suicide. But for me, I was very close, and I didn't go through with it, which I'm very happy. I'm not gonna say how or anything like that, because that's for another time. But being suicidal after being heartbroken is really it's like two peas in a pod, but they're horrible and they want they're feelings that just want you to kill yourself, which is something that you shouldn't fall for. Like I know that some people can say, "Oh, you're better than that" or whatever, but just saying that doesn't really help. Like people can say what they want. Like if we're going off of that logic, then I can just insult you, or someone else can insult you and be like, "Well, yeah, why didn't you do this?" or whatever. The point is that words can help, but they can also hurt. And I know that a lot of people want to seem stronger than that, but the truth is that words is like our one of our main forms of communication. And while some people want to seem tough when it comes to words and stuff like that, words can hurt. And I don't know where I'm going with this, honestly. I'm sorry, like I said, I'm going on a whole yap session. But the whole thing is that, like, I went through a heartbreak. And while I'm not heartbroken now, well, maybe I am a little bit, but I've learned to deal with it. Is that you're not going to be heartbroken forever. Because honestly, I've avoided girls. I still do avoid girls. I don't want to be in a relationship necessarily with someone. Well, there's one person that I genuinely do love and care about, and I think of her every day. But I don't know if she feels the same way for me, honestly. But that's besides the point. The fact is that like suicide and being heartbroken and depression and all those things is that they are things that will you will eventually get over. Because do you really want to live your life crying, being heartbroken, being sad, depressed? Do you want to live that way your entire life? Because I was sad and heartbroken. I know those feelings and I didn't, but I didn't know how to deal with them until much later. And I really want you to think about that because if you yourself are heartbroken, is that really the way you want to spend the rest of your life? Like, yeah, some people, for some, it might take soon. For some, it can take like an hour to get over an heartbreak. Maybe some don't feel it at all. And maybe for others, it sticks with them for years or maybe the rest of their life. And honestly, I thought it was going to stay with me for the rest of my life. And honestly, it probably still will. Like, I'm not the happiest I want to be. I'm not living the life I want to live. But I've learned to live with those things. And it's something that I feel like everyone can. It just depends on how determined you are to fix yourself. Because for me, it was just being patient. But being patient, I'm sorry, I'm very dyslexic this video. But being patient was something that played a big part of it. Um, and patience honestly isn't my key or my talent or anything like that. Like I can be patient, but most times I'm honestly very impatient with other things. But being patient in this case and also reconnecting with people, it helped. And maybe for you, it might be something else. Maybe it might be like socializing with other people, or maybe it might be discovering a new hobby, or talking to old people, or young people, or whatever helps you. I want that to encourage you to live the life that you want. Because here's the thing, after being heartbroken, that's like having a part of you just ripped out of you. The thing that you loved the most, whether it be a guy or a girl or whatever, like they become a part of your identity. And when you have that part of you lost, it hurts. And I know that for some they might have backups, which is not good, I feel like. But being heartbroken is a good and a bad experience. When you're heartbroken, yeah, it can feel bad. But later, after gaining that experience and know what to do when you're heartbroken, that could be a positive experience because now you've tested yourself and now you know how to live with those feelings. Like, yeah, it hurts, but you know how to deal with them. And that's something that I think a lot of people is it's something that I feel like a lot of people need to learn and grow and just kind of put into skill, like I don't know how to put into words, but yeah, being heartbroken sucks. And honestly, it does claim the lives of a lot of people. It almost claimed my life. But I wasn't gonna let it because I knew I'm better than that. But yeah, it was hard. It was the worst feeling in the world, being heartbroken. Like like I said, it's like having a part of you ripped out, like your emotions, like your health, your mental health, your emotional health, maybe your spiritual health if you're a religious person, or your physical health if it hurt you that bad. Like, yeah, it can hurt, and it can get bad, but it does prove that you can live with it. Like, for some, being heartbroken is like being at their lowest point. For me, it definitely was. And I learned that I can live with being heartbroken. And the same goes for you too. Because if you're watching this and if you're heartbroken, then you're pushing through. Like, I'm happy that you're taking my advice. I mean, yeah, I'm stuttering a lot. I'm sorry. But being heartbroken, like, it's no easy thing. And I really do want to congratulate you for pushing through with it because it's something that does unfortunately take a lot of people's lives. Like, a lot of people, they just can't make just they just can't do it. Like, honestly, I was one of those people. Maybe you're thinking of doing it, and I'm gonna refer to it as it because you know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna say it. You and I both know what we're talking about. And honestly, it's not worth it. Even if you don't realize it, but there's going to be at least one person that does care about you if you do go through with it. Like, you might think you're the loneliest person in the world because you just lost someone that you cared for deeply. Well, here's the thing, is that I care about you and you care about yourself. And maybe that person does still care about you. Because sometimes you will get back with your ex. Or for some people they do, some people they don't. In my case, I wasn't. But I mean, if you do, then that's a completely different thing because that's how that's how it's gonna go with for you. Like, I honestly wanted to so bad, but I couldn't. And honestly, it honestly hurts because I would love that person, but it's a really hard feeling that a lot of people struggle with, and a lot of them, a lot of people, well, everybody that goes through with a heartbreak, they have their own way of coping with it, but it is hard by all means. Like, it's something that we all struggle with. And like I said, you might feel lonely, you might feel sad, you might feel abandoned, you might feel depressed, suicidal, anxious, paranoid, whatever. Maybe even mad or full of rage because you lost that person. The fact is that you're heartbroken. And for me, I was just distraught by it. And maybe you are too. But the thing is that, like, yeah, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt for a bit of time. It might hurt for a few days, maybe even a few years. But the fact is that you can live with it because you're proving to yourself that you're you're putting yourself through a really hard test. And if you're making it this far, then you're succeeding. And that's that's a really big thing, is that you're succeeding with something that a lot of people have unfortunately just they just couldn't pass. But suicide, depression, anxiety, rage after being heartbroken is that they can hurt you. Well, I'm sorry if I was kind of rambling everywhere. Like, this topic was kind of hard for me to discuss. Um, but I just want you to know that, like, suicide, being heartbroken, all those things, is that it's not a permanent feeling. You'll get over it. And I know it's gonna sound hard. Maybe you don't want to, but at some point you will, because living this way is not a healthy lifestyle. It's not healthy mentally, emotionally, maybe even physically, or emotionally or spiritually. It's just not healthy. Like like I said, it can be bad. Well, it is bad, but it's also good. And I say good in the fact that it's experience that you can push through these things. But it's bad in the fact that a lot of people have, unfortunately, gone through with it and it has claimed their lives. But that's really about it for today's video. I'm sorry if my message was very unclear. This is my first video. I want to make more videos talking about these subjects because it's honestly a topic that I've seen a lot on my YouTube feed and I want to discuss more about it. So, like I said, I apologize if this video was kind of scrambled. This is my experience and some of my advice. But I do want to talk more about these things in the future. So, I wish you all the best of luck. And if you are going through these things, I really hope that you all do get better and do succeed and push through with everything because I know what it's like to be heartbroken, suicidal, depressed, all those things. I know those feelings. And I still am, honestly. But I'm still here. I'm still pushing through. And I don't plan on doing anything like that. You know what I mean by that. I don't plan on leaving this world just because I'm sad. Like, I've learned to deal with it, and I will be sharing more about my experiences in the future. But as for this is today's video. I'm sorry that I didn't upload much, but I will get back to uploading more videos. But I hope you all are having a good day. I hope that if you're struggling, this could maybe helpfully help you. But yeah, have a good day, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.